again, this is Abby Bliss White with Bliss Holistic Health, and today I want to talk about some tips and tools that will help you make your week go a little smoother. These are some time-saving tips that that I usually do on a Sunday. I spend a couple hours prepping for the week ahead. And I'm just going to show you some of the things I can do, and then also give you a few tips of, if you want to skip that, what to do. So one of the things I like to do is get my greens ready to go. So I have some washed kale here, and I like to cut them into ribbons or shred them. So if you have one of these wonderful Cuisinarts, I would suggest pulling it out. I use this all the time. Literally, this is like one of my favorite appliances in my kitchen besides my Vitamix. If you do not have that, no worries. You can still prep. May take a few more minutes, but you get more of an arm workout and such, so it's still great. But if you've been wanting an excuse to get an appliance that you can really put to work and actually use, then I would suggest getting a Cuisinart, because I literally use it all the time, and it's also a great ball maker. So for all the lovely balls that we make throughout Detox, I whip those up in just a few seconds. So today I am going to be shredding my kale and other veggies for the week ahead. The first one I'm going to be using is just a slicer, the slicer blade. I'm going to stick that on and get this here, lock that into place, and kind of doing it backwards to me. Sorry if it looks a little funny. So then from here, I am going to turn it on. I take some of my leaves, holding them at the stems, sticking them slightly in here, and then I'm just going to turn it on. And then I just bring it down just about halfway. I don't need all of the stems, just a little bit more. And then you're going to see how quickly you'll have a huge bed of greens ready to go for salads. Let's do a few more. Stick this right in here. Probably trying to do a little too much on this one, but that's okay. It's working. Good. And all the way down. Couple more here. Okay, I think we're good. This one I'm just going to stick in. I'm going to turn this off. And let me just show you the finished product. Okay, going to get one of my glass containers ready, and here we go. Here is the lovely kale. It's all lovely shredded. I personally think salads taste a lot better with the way that they're prepared. A lot of people will be like, I like salads that are prepared at restaurants so much better than the ones I make at home, and I think that's partly because they're using those fine chops. So this is your bed of kale. You get this in here, and it is ready to go. I'm going to place my little top on here, and voila, ready for greens. You can do as many as you want. Kale is super sturdy, so that one works really well and will save a little bit longer than, say, romaine or butter lettuce and any of those, and you wouldn't want to shred those anyways. So, okay, we're going to go on to the next vegetable. Next up, we're going to do red cabbage. This is one of my favorite foods ever. It is gorgeous, crunchy. It's super great for your skin. I swear that if you start eating more red cabbage, your face will take on a glow. So anyways, I love to have shredded cabbage ready to go for the week ahead. So I just pop that in my food processor and shreds really super quick. I'm going to just do a couple more. Take the whole thing off. And here we go. Okay. We are done. Do you see how quickly this is taking? Seriously, this takes just a few minutes to get this all ready. And then when you have all the components for your salads or other dishes ready to go, you'll see that eating healthy can be so super simple. It just takes a little bit of prep time. We're gonna get ready for the next veggie. Okay, so we have lovely shredded red cabbage ready to go for the week ahead. And then next up, I'm going to do my beets and carrots. These are very detoxifying foods. They're also my favorite. So, a couple notes here. A lot of people don't like to mess around with beets because they're kind of messy. They get all over your hands. I agree. So one tip you can do is just go to Whole Foods. They've already shredded carrots, shredded beets, and you can literally just go grab some in a little box and then bring them home to your containers at home so you have them ready to go. Little quick tip there. And I often do that too, but when I am prepping on a Sunday, I will go ahead and get all of my components ready. I switched blades to, if you are using your Cuisinart. The first one was the slicer, and now I am using the shredder. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that in, and we'll get our beets ready to go. So you can just place them right in here. A little bit of messiness, but it's great. Okay, beets are also a recovery food. So you might have been reading a little bit that beet juice is one of the best recovery foods after a big workout. So anyways, beets are really good for you. If you don't like them, I would give them a try. See if you like them again. I love them raw. So here we go. We're just going to a couple more pieces. Gonna get that. And the last little pieces there. Turn that off. Okay, now we've got shredded beets for the week ahead. And a teeny bit of mess here. There'll be a little bit left on the top, no worries. I'll just eat those. But just wanted to show you quickly. You will have some lovely shredded beets. I'm gonna put it in one of my containers here with the lid, and then I'll be right back for our last little component. Okay, then we're gonna do our carrots really quick. We're gonna just give them a quick shred and those down. Quick. Yes, there is a component that goes in there. Okay, so I think you get the basic gist here. Is that basically in just a couple minutes I can shred everything I need to for the week ahead. A couple other things, of course, you can always, if you do not have a Cuisinart, this will work for everything. You've got a shredder, you've got everything you need. This, you'll get an arm workout, it'll be great. But other than that, we've got our greens, and I already have blanched some peas. This is another one of my favorites, and it's a spring detox food, so definitely include this in your detox this week. You've got your red cabbage. I have also cooked quinoa here. Grains, let's talk really quick about grains. You get the option to include them or not during your detox. These are gluten-free grains. I like to make a batch of quinoa for the week that I will add into salads or have for breakfast. I do personally include grains in my detox. I found that I don't have any issue with them, and I also need that complex carbohydrate. If I don't keep them in my diet, I get a little bluesy. So this is up to you. If you have an inkling that grains might be causing you an issue, then I always say take them out for the 7 days, or at least for 3. See how you feel without including any sort of grains in your diet. It is up to you. I let you decide whether you want to or not. But again, there is no right or wrong on the grains. I am personally going to be keeping them in my detox. I feel like they will be totally fine. I do keep it to about half a cup of grain per day, so I'm not having them at every meal. I just use them. This is a great protein source, especially if you're more plant-based. So definitely keep that in mind. Then I also have some sauteed asparagus tips. Again, this is another super spring detox food. These are really good for, it's a natural diuretic, and so I would definitely recommend that you have some asparagus. I have some couple other things, but basically, as you can see, I can easily bring a salad together by having all my components ready. I just keep these in the fridge ready to go, and I keep my dressing. So a couple tips we're gonna move on to, but first of all, we prepped all of this probably in less than 10 minutes, so I think you should be good to go. Welcome back to Bliss Holistic Health. My name is Abby Bliss White, and today we're going to make one of my favorite detox smoothies, which is another quick tip that I want to give you, is that you can make your smoothies the night before, and with this one I actually think it even tastes better the next day. So I make my smoothies the night before, put them in my containers. Huge fan of the mason jars. I feel like they are wonderful for making salads, keeping your salads in there, for making smoothies, and for drinking your water. Again, I want you to drink half your body weight in ounces each day. And so I actually try to drink 4 of these a day. I don't know if that's my exact weight, but anyways, just try to keep hydrated. Anyhow, we are going to make this lovely smoothie, and it is very green. So for those of you that may be a little wary of the green smoothies, you may want to start off with a little less greens than I am going to do today. I'm going to start with maybe 2.5 cups of water, filtered water here as my base. And then I am going to put in about 2 stalks of celery. Really super water-rich food, really detoxifying as well. And then we're going to start putting in our greens. So the way I'm going to do this smoothie is I am going to mix the greens first, and then I'm going to add in a little sweetness at the end. The next thing I'm going to put in is some romaine lettuce. I'm going to plug it all in here. Now, yes, I do have a Vitamix. If you're going to be using another blender that might not be as high speed, then I just recommend chopping up your greens. I'm just sticking mine in here because I know it will chop it all down. But if you don't, you can still make the smoothie. You just need to do a little bit of extra chopping. I am now putting in 4 leaves of kale, and I'm just kind of stripping them. You can go ahead and use the stems, but can be a little bitter. And again, I want you guys to enjoy your smoothies, especially if you're just learning new to green smoothies. Okay, so we've got a bunch of romaine, 4 leaves of kale, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab some baby spinach, about 2 handfuls or 2 cups. I know this seems like really green, and it is, but it is so awesome. It's like one of my favorites. Okay, we've got that in, and we're going to zip this up. Okay, going to make a little noise just for a minute, and here we go. Oops. Okay, I can't see. Okay, here. There we go. Really get this down. Figure out which side I am. Okay, so do you see all this lovely green goodness? It is so beautiful already. But we are going to add in our sweetness now. So far we've got all our greens. I like to pre-mix them before I add in everything else so they're really ground up. And then I'm going to add in a pear. These are loaded with fiber, very low sugar too. And, whoa, okay. Then we're gonna add in a low glycemic green apple to that. And again, this is making a lot of smoothies. This is making close to 64 ounces. So, you know, this is a lot. This isn't, I'm not gonna drink the whole thing, maybe. No, today. Okay, and then I'm going to add in lemon. And I'm using half a lemon. Lemon is very alkalizing for the system. As you know, I love my lemon from my morning lemon elixir, and having lemon water, that is always going to help your body balance its pH levels. Okay, I got some lemon in there. And then I like to add in ginger. Oops, got a little bit more pear. Little ginger, that's optional. You don't have to. I just like it, and it's great for your digestive system. And then half a banana. We're going to go ahead and put that in. You can also add in any other goodies. If you want to put in maca, some of your protein powder, hemp seeds is wonderful. For today, I'm just going to kind of keep it nice and clean here. And we will go ahead and mix it up. Here we go. Okay, one more loudness. Good here. So we've got lovely green smoothie. Okay. Then what I like to do is pour this into my big mason jars here. Look at the beauty. I love it. Okay, we got one, and I think I'm going to make about 2 of these. Yes, good. Okay, so then I've got my big smoothies, and this is at least 2 servings just for this, or more, depending. But here I've got my smoothies ready to go. And again, every time I have this ready to go in my fridge, it's easy just to grab and go. I love the color green, so it's easy for me to wake up and be like, yay, my smoothie's all ready to go. Put those in, and these actually taste better the next day when they're chilled. Okay, a couple more things is for a couple more tips. You've made your smoothies ahead of time. You've got your salad components ready to go. I suggest that you do your proteins. Cook your proteins on a Sunday. Get them ready to go for the week, and then again you can keep them in your little containers and for grab and go. That's another quick thing to do. Soups is another key to the detox. If you can make your soups right now and then freeze them, and that's awesome. So right now in the background here, I have got some bone broth that has been working for a couple, almost the whole day. But that's an awesome, just having that around. So we bought a clean or happy rotisserie chicken at Whole Foods, and I had pulled the meat off. Another quick tip, you can definitely pick that up. I would prefer for you to pick it up from someplace like Whole Foods or New Seasons, where we know that they're not adding in a bunch of other gunk to the rotisserie chicken. So happy meat again, but we could pull off the chicken, have that ready to go for the week, and then I'm using the carcass for my bone broth. So super simple. And I always, pretty much every time I do that, have pick up a rotisserie chicken. I will do that. And a couple other tips. So you've got your proteins, your soups that are easy to freeze, and I know I'm forgetting, oh, sweet potatoes. That's another thing. You can par bake these or bake them and have them ready to go for the week ahead. And I'm trying to think of other tips right now, but I'm spacing out. So I will end it there. Thank you so much, and I'll be back later. So to recap some of the tips to make your detox go extra smooth is that you can make your elixir ahead of time for the week ahead. Smoothies, make those so they're ready to go. You can even do that. I make a big batch of them, but you could do that the night before. Making sure that you've prepped your proteins so they're ready to go as well. Soups, those are easy to freeze and they're so awesome to have on hand for a quick dinner or even a quick snack. That's another one that I wanted to say for a snack is you can always feel free to have an extra bowl of soup during the day loaded with veggies and all sorts of other goodness. And then also your dips, those will last for the whole week, so go ahead and prep them now. And your dressings, those again will last for up to 7 days in the fridge. So everything like this, if you can prep pretty much for the week, you should be smooth sailing as far as having a successful detox. Thank you so much, and I will be back with more tips and tools soon. Thank you.